Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your 2025 yearly horoscope. So, as we begin this brand new year, Mars, the planet of action, drive, and motivation and courage, is still in a retrograde motion in the Leo in the initial days of January. And then on the 6th of 7th of January, it is going to move into Cancer. All right, so we had Mars in Cancer energy present throughout September and October. So during these first 2 months of 2025, you might be returning to some project ideas, goals, whatever it is that occurred here in your area of your work, in your area of everyday life, everyday routine. You might be generally here implementing some lifestyle changes. Your routine might be changing as well. Maybe you will start exercising, maybe you're starting a new job or learning new skills or getting a new pet or getting a babysitter for your children or a housekeeper, whatever it is, there is a shift in your daily reality. But at the same time, here, things might be moving slightly slower than usual. And perhaps you'll be revisiting some of the ideas, goals that you had in September and October. All right, so at the end of January 29th, we've got the nodes changing signs into Virgo and Pisces. So here we've got this major shift that occurs every 18 months. And we already had one eclipse in this cycle in September 2024. There was an eclipse in Pisces. So you already experienced a little bit of that vibe, if you will, of here, that Piscean energy. So overall, as I always say, we need to look at the bigger picture here with the nodes and the eclipses, because this year in 2025, we've got 3 eclipses activating your financial sectors. Now we're gonna have one eclipse in the area of your income, resources, possessions, and we've got 2 eclipses in the area of transformation, shared and joint resources, intimate life. So what this means is that throughout the duration of this cycle, and at least in throughout 2025, 2026, you will be going through financial changes. Very often, people with eclipses activating their second house, they change jobs. So there could be a new opportunity that may show up, that may offer a better financial prospects, more financial freedom, security, or perhaps could be about a new client or a side hustle. Something is changing here in this area of life. There is a shift coming up for you, and this could be very much connected to a new job or a new financial goal opportunity, whatever it is here. There are some financial changes happening in your life in 2025, 2026. Bear in mind, wherever the North Node is present, this is where the universe supports us. It's easier to achieve any goals related to this area of your life. So that's your income area. So whatever it is, here with the North Node in Pisces in your second house in 2025 and partially 2026, here, generally, this is about financial independence, working for your money through your own efforts, through your own capabilities. So here, what this means, where the South Node is present in the 8th house, this means that external help is not going to be as available as usual. You need to rely on yourself throughout here the eclipses and the nodal the North Node here transiting your second house. This is about financial independence, financial freedom, but at the same time about being self-reliant, self-sufficient, without relying on other people's help or external help, loans and credit card debts. Definitely, if you can stay away from these, they are not beneficial and might be difficult even to repay if you get too far into debt throughout the duration of this cycle. So at the same time, you will be changing your financial habits as well. We've got a lunar eclipse in Pisces in September 2025, and we've got a lunar eclipse in Virgo in March, and a solar eclipse in September. So generally here, there will be some new beginnings and some major endings happening in these financial sectors. Having said that, this could be also related to investing. You might be investing your money or buying a piece of land or property, or generally here, this could be very much the case. Now, we also have the final eclipse on Aries and Libra axis. It's a solar eclipse in Aries. And here, Aries is your third house. So some brand new beginnings in the area of communication, new contracts, maybe new website, or some intellectual projects, generally projects connected to intellectual stimulation, your mind working with your hands, writing. And that's the third house. You've already had an eclipse here, a solar eclipse recently in this cycle. So think about what experience you went through with these solar eclipses in your third house in the very recent past. Very often this is connected to contracts, to writing, to writing a book or starting a podcast, to getting a driving license. Overall communication and mental stimulation is highlighted. Now here we will have, in 2025, we'll have 3 Mercury retrogrades, full retrogrades mainly in the fire signs. So that's your third house of Aries, your 7th house of Leo, and Sagittarius 11th house. So this is a year when you will be revisiting or reviewing, reassessing your connections with other people, your relationships, your friendships. So every Mercury retrograde will be slightly different because we'll start with reviewing your social connections within your community, your relationship with your siblings, with your neighbors, how you communicate, how you connect with others. And as we move forward, July, August, that's your personal relationship, your love life. And then at the same time, you might be reconnecting with people from the past, or they might return back into your life in some way or another. And then in Sagittarius in November, that's your friendships are highlighted. So in 2025, you will go through these big realizations that will give you better clarity. Who is your true friend? Who do you want in your reality, in your life, and perhaps who you want to move away from? Now, there's also Venus retrograde this year, and that's in March, and it will start in Aries and it will end in Pisces in April. So at the same time here with Venus retrograde, that's your 3rd and the 2nd house. So you will be reviewing yet again some major connections in your life and your financial situation. But overall, with Venus retrograde, this is also about reconnecting with some female friends that you haven't seen for quite some time. This is about taking a closer look at your relationships, how you relate to others. This is about also reviewing the area of self-esteem, self-worth. But I think there's a lot of energy connected to your mind and to your mindset and to your beliefs and to your life philosophy as well. Now, right, so that's here the retrogrades. We've got also major shifts of outer planets and also like Uranus and Neptune, but also Jupiter and Saturn. So this year brings so much change, but at the same time, this year we will have a little taste of what we can expect to take place, happen from 2026 onwards. So first of all, Neptune will move into Aries until the 2nd degree, and that's between March and October. Then Saturn will be here as well in Aries between May and September, and then Jupiter from June 2025, 2026. But let's first pause and think about the influence of Saturn and Neptune in your 3rd house. From 2026, they will both move here permanently or more permanently. Neptune will stay here for a very long time. We don't often speak about Neptune's transits because they happen every 13, 14 years. So it's not like Saturn every 2.5 to 3 years. Right. So this is generally your 3rd house. So with the 3rd house, Saturn, this is when generally there's a strong focus upon how you communicate, how you absorb information. If you struggle with communication and self-expression, then these struggles, these difficulties will be especially illuminated during this the duration of this transit, but only to help you to gain more confidence in how you express yourself and how you communicate. This is a great chance for also improving your writing skills. So if you want to become a writer, a blogger, a podcaster, whatever it is here, this transit brings more structure into this idea, more structure and form, an amazing time for improving your communication style, your writing skills and capabilities, but at the same time with Saturn in the third house. Well, on the here, because we've just had these energies of the eclipses, but Saturn can also shrink anything that it touches. So with Saturn in the third house, it can also mean that perhaps you might, your connections with people from your immediate environment might slightly become less frequent for one reason or another. Something to watch out for during this transit is that you might become pessimistic because Saturn is connected to cold energy, depression even, and seriousness, responsibility. This is serious energy. It's not like a fun, sensual, like Venus, for example. This is energy that is very serious and cautious. So you might become more cautious in your thinking process. You might become more serious in your thinking process, but at the same time, more pessimistic at times. So it's also something to watch out for, and perhaps also pay attention to the people that you surround yourself with. Here with Saturn transiting your third house, if someone is going to be overly picky or they will criticize you in some way or constantly upset you, then it can really drag you down very easily with this serious energy. So also choose your friendships, choose the people that you surround yourself with wisely. Opt for optimistic, positive energies if you can. Saturn in the third house could also make you interested in history, archaeology, and science. So here you might really enjoy learning about new things, things that perhaps you haven't learned before. There is an interest, a deep interest in learning. But at the same time, Neptune will be here as well. And Neptune is connected to very different energies, while Saturn is all about structure and boundaries. And here, order, responsibility. With Neptune, here it's all very different opposing energies. So Neptune is about, well, creativity and mystical energy, spiritual energy. But at the same time, with Neptune, there can also be chaos. Now, Neptune in the third house can make you a daydreamer. And it's a very spiritual energy that is really makes you want to learn about spirituality and anything connected to the deeper aspects of life as well. Now, for many Aquarius rising, this could be also connected to a greater interest in an art, in music, in poetry, and generally you might engage in this kind of activities as well. And at the same time, simultaneously, you might attract people in your immediate environment who are artists, who are poets. Well, you don't meet that many poets these days, but generally who are very artistic and creative as well. But we will explore this much further and deeper when the time comes. So this is just to give you some heads up. Now here we also have Uranus moving into Gemini, into your fifth house, and that's happening in July until November. Uranus will move into Gemini more permanently in 2026. This is just to also give you a little taste in 2025, your fifth house. So overall, this could mean that you might be attracted to unusual hobbies or interests. There is a shakeup in how you express yourself. Maybe finally you can free yourself from any restricting thoughts, limiting beliefs overall. There's a bit of that rebellious energy, and here Uranus gives you this ability to think outside the box. You might also attract different kind of romantic partners into your life, or your approach to love might change. It might become more eccentric, more unconventional, for example, as well. Here Uranus in the fifth house is also connected to unexpected pregnancies as well. So this is also related to freelancing or self-employment, because here this is about doing things on your own terms, in your own way. Now, Jupiter will be in Cancer from the June the 9th until June the 26th. So 1 year of influence of Jupiter in the sixth house. And here with Jupiter in the sixth house, this could mean that you will be perhaps working abroad temporarily or working with people from different cultures or countries to yours. Or this is about some kind of involvement at work. Perhaps you'll be traveling abroad for work as well. This could be also here the case. Now, with Jupiter in the sixth house here, this is also connected to a possible expansion of your skills, of your capabilities. Jupiter in the sixth house could also mean that you'll have a pet or get more pets. For instance, with Jupiter, Jupiter expands anything that it touches. So this is also connected to weight gain, easy weight gain, or easier than usual because of your dietary changes. For example, you might be attracted more to fatty foods or saucy dishes, for instance. So something to also keep in mind. So here we go, Aquarius. I wish you a productive year. Thank you very much. And until the next time.